Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs come to St. Louis for Game 2 of this weekend series. They lost Game 1 in a 7-2 decision and are looking to reverse that trend in today's ball game. To that end, the Cubs are sending Aaron Nola out to the mound today. He is making start number 11 with a 4-1 record, a .354 ERA, and a .108 WHIP. Cubs lineup today will be Horner, Correa, Rizzo, Santana, Harper, Springer, Ramos, Nola, and Paradas batting ninth. For the Cardinals, Dakota Hudson is taking the mound. He's making start number 8 with a 3-0 record, an ERA of exactly 3, and a WHIP of exactly 1.42. The Cardinals lineup today will be Edman, Goldschmidt, Carlson, Carpenter, LeMahieu, Bader, Kinsner, DeYoung, and Hudson batting ninth. The wind blowing in from right again today at 11 mph, and it is 78 degrees. A warm summer day here in St. Louis. As the Cardinals come out to take the field, we see Nico Hoerner coming up to the plate. With yesterday's victory, the second place Cardinals cut the Cubs' lead down to 3.5 games in the Central Division. Dakota Hudson now on the mound, looking for the sign. Nico Hoerner waiting patiently for the pitch. And here it comes. And there's a liner past the third baseman into left field. That is going to be a leadoff single for Nico Hoerner. He heads with a big wide turn at first, but heads back to the base. And now, Carlos Correa is the batter. Cubs have a runner on, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. 2-1 is the count, and Correa pops it up to right. This is going to be routine. The right fielder makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Anthony Rizzo. 1 out, 1 man on. Rizzo waiting for the payoff pitch, full count. And that is low, it is ball 4. So the walk is issued. The Cubs now have first and second with 1 out, which brings up Danny Santana. Top of the first inning, Cubs trying to get on the board first. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Danny Santana. And that is low and in for ball 4, so now the bases are loaded. A single and 2 walks have loaded up the bases with Cubs, bringing up Bryce Harper. 1 out, 3 men on base. Hudson facing Harper with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch to Bryce Harper. And he swings and misses for strike 3. He chased a sinker down and away. So Harper strikes out swinging, which brings up George Springer. 2 outs, bases still loaded here in the top of the first inning. 2-2 is the count, and that gets away. The runners are all going to advance. The run will score, and the Cubs have a 1-0 lead on the wild pitch here in the top of the first inning. Now, Springer still has a chance to add to this. He's facing Hudson with a full count. 2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the first inning. Here is the payoff pitch. And a looper into left field. That is going to drop into no man's land for a base hit. 1 run will score. Another runner will stop at third. And the Cubs now have a 2-0 lead. George Springer with RBI number 26 on the season. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. 2 outs, runners on the corners here in the top of the first inning. 1-1 is the count. Ramos waiting for the pitch, and he loops that one right at the third baseman to end the inning. The Cubs strand 2, they score twice, taking a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the first inning. Nola facing Tommy Edman here in the bottom of the first. 2-strike count. Aaron Nola looking to deliver the pitch. Here's the sign and the delivery. And a liner past the third baseman in left field. That'll be a base hit. So Nola had him on a 2-strike count and could not deliver the knockout punch. And now Goldschmidt the batter. Nobody out, 1 man on. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And there's a liner into left field for another base hit. The Cardinals now have back-to-back singles, which puts 2 runners on with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Cubs are still up by 2. Dylan Carlson now the batter. Nola working. First pitch to Dylan Carlson. Here it comes. And a liner deep left field going back. And that is going to find the seats. The Cardinals have taken a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. 415 feet off the bat of Dylan Carlson, and the Cardinals suddenly have reversed this and made it a 1-run lead. There is still nobody out. Nola now working to Matt Carpenter here in the bottom of the first inning. A 2-strike count. Nola delivers. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Nola strikes him out with the fastball. Next up, DJ LeMahieu. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-1 pitch to LeMahieu. And there's a liner past the third baseman into left field. That's another base hit. Nola giving up the 4th base hit of the inning as LeMahieu holds it first. And now Harrison Bader, the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. A ground ball double play would sure look nice right here. 1 ball is the count. And there's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws over to first. And that will retire the batter for out number 2. So a fielder's choice puts a runner on second with 2 outs. And Kinzer is the batter. Bottom of the first inning. Cardinals are now up by 1. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Nola delivers. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll end the inning. So Nola allows 3 runs on the home run. The Cardinals take a 1-run lead into the top of the second inning. It's now the top of the second inning of a 3-2 ball game. And Aaron Nola of the Cubs is leading off against Dakota Hudson. Here's a full count pitch. And Nola swings and misses at the sinker for strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. Brings back Isaac Paradas with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Isaac Paradas. That is high and away for ball 4. Paradas draws the walk as he parades down to first. We now have Nico Horner coming up to bat. 1 out and 1 man on. Horner waiting for the first pitch, and he drives that one to deep right center field. I believe that is going to clear the wall. Nico Horner has just given the Cubs back the lead with a 2-run home run. It is now a 4-3 ball game in the top of the second inning. Back and forth contest so far today. 436 feet into the wind, into right center field. So now, with a newly minted 1-run lead, the Cubs send Carlos Correa up to bat. With a 2-2 count, here comes the pitch to Correa. He's going to ground that one to second. The throw goes over to first, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Anthony Rizzo now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1 strike is the count. The pitch to Rizzo, and there's a grounder to first. And Goldschmidt picks it up, stepping on the base, which will end the inning. The Cubs score twice, taking a 4-3 lead into the bottom of the second inning. Aaron Nola now coming back out for his second inning of the work, facing Paul DeYoung to lead off for the Cardinals. A 1-2 count, and there's a grounder over to third. Paradas has it. He takes his time, throws over to first, and gets him by a step for the first out of the inning. Next up is the pitcher Hudson. With 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-strike pitch. And Hudson pops it up to short right field. Coming in is Bryce Harper. He looks up and puts it away for out number 2. Tommy Edman now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. A full count pitch to Tommy Edman. And he swings and misses for strike 3. So Nola works a perfect second. We go to the top of the third with the Cubs up by 1. Danny Santana coming up to the plate, leading off for the Cubs in the top of the third inning. Here's a full count pitch to Santana. And he takes low for ball 4. That is the second walk he has drawn in this game. And now Bryce Harper is the batter. With nobody out, the runner on first. What is Kinzer? I mean, he's above average arm, average defensive ability. We'll look for a situation to see if we can get Santana going right here. First pitch to Harper. Oh, there's a throw over to first. They knew what I was going to try to do. So the pickoff throw, but Santana is safe. Let's see what the pitch is to Harper. There's a grounder to second. Picked up the throw to second, the relay to first, and that is the 4-6-3 double play. So 2 outs now and nobody on as the runner is erased. And George Springer, the next batter. 2-ball count. Here comes the pitch to Springer. And he lines it right up the middle for a base hit. That was just a line shot right over the pitcher's head. So a 2-out single for George Springer brings up Wilson Ramos with a runner on first and 2 outs. Here's a 1-strike count and a grounder to second. The second baseman picks it up, steps on the base, and that will end the inning. The Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the third of a 4-3 ball game. Paul Goldschmidt now leading off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the third. Here's a 1-2 count. Nola delivers the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike three. That was the changeup. And Goldschmidt way out in front of it. Next up, Dylan Carlson. He hit the home run that gave the Cardinals the lead in the first inning. Let's see if Nola has a little different approach to this at-bat. A full count now. And the pitch to Carlson, that is up and in for ball four. Man, he just about hit him in the head with that pitch. So Carlson gets one base instead of four this time. He's standing on first as Matt Carpenter steps up to the plate. One out, one man on. First pitch to Carpenter. The runner goes, the throw down to second, and the runner is safe. So Carlson has his fourth stolen base of the season. He is now on second. Carpenter still batting. One out, one man on. Here is the pitch. And there's a grounder to first, picked up, flipped to the pitcher covering, and that is out number two. The Cardinals' Carlson advances to third on the ground out, and now DJ LeMahieu is the batter. Tying run is 90 feet away on third base. LeMahieu facing Nola here in the bottom of the third inning, trying to protect the one-run lead. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and a grounder up the middle. Correa has this one. He throws to first, which will end the inning. So the Cardinals strand the runner. We go to the top of the fourth, with the Cubs still up by one. Nola leading off again for the Cubs here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's a 1-2 count. Nola waiting for the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike three. That was the changeup. And Nola goes down swinging. Paradas now the batter. He drew a walk his last time up. Facing off with Hudson with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Paradas takes strike three right at the knees, and that is out number two. Heading back to the dugout to make way now for Nico Hoerner with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count to Nico Hoerner. Here comes the pitch. And a grounder to second. Hoerner's counterpart picks it up, throws to first, and that will end the inning. Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the fourth of a 4-3 ball game. Nola on the mound now to face Harrison Bader in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch, and Bader takes strike three at the knees for the first out of the inning. That is strikeout number 5, recorded by Aaron Nola. Next up, Kinzer with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count, and Nola delivers. There's a looper into left. That is going to be caught for the second out of the inning. Santana giving chase and making the play to bring up Paul DeJong. 2 outs and nobody on base. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch, and a grounder over to first. Rizzo picks it up, steps on the base himself, which will end the inning. The Cardinals go down in order. We go to the top of the fifth of a 4-3 ball game. Carlos Correa leading off for the Cubs in the top of the fifth inning. Hudson with 80 pitches, working with a full count. Here comes the pitch to Correa, and that is inside for ball 4. Carlos Correa draws the walk. That is the 5th walk issued by Dakota Hudson in this ball game. Hudson now facing Rizzo, nobody out, runner on first. 1-2 is the count, and there's a liner down the right field line. That is going to drop in for a base hit. The runner actually hesitated, and they had a close play at second. However, everybody is safe. Rizzo with the single puts runners on first and second with nobody out. Danny Santana now the batter in the top of the 5th inning. Cubs looking to add some insurance runs to this 1-run lead. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Santana grounds it to first. First baseman Goldschmidt is going to step on the base to take the force out. Wait a second. Yeah, he stepped on the base to take the force out, and then he threw down to second, which required a tag, and Rizzo was safe, sliding into second base. So now Ryan Helsley is going to come out of the Cardinals bullpen. He has thrown 20 2/3 innings, walked 11, struck out 29 with an ERA of 1.31. He is facing Bryce Harper with 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the 5th inning. Helsley's job is to hold the Cubs right here. Let's see if they can add to the lead. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to Bryce Harper. Helsley delivers, And there's a liner down the right field line. I believe that's going to drop in for a base hit. Harper rounding first, heading for second. He's going to have a single, 2-run score, and the Cubs now have a 6-3 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Bryce Harper with the 2-run RBI single. And now George Springer is the next batter. 1 out, runner on first. Cubs have tacked on a couple insurance runs here in the top of the 5th inning. Springer waiting for the 1-strike pitch. There's a liner down the left field line. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Heading to second is Bryce Harper, where he stops, and the Cubs now have first and second with 1 out. And now Wilson Ramos the batter. Ramos facing Helsley. 1 out, 2 men on here in the top of the 5th inning. Ramos waiting for the 1-1 pitch, and he's going to line that one past the shortstop into left field for another base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Harper. The throw comes home, and Harper is going to be out. Harper is thrown out by about 3 steps at home for the second out of the inning. So now the pitcher Nola comes up with 2 outs, 2 men on. Cubs up by 3 in the top of the 5th inning. Some aggressive base running there cost the Cubs here in the top of the 5th. And now a 1-2 count to Nola. And there is a swing and a miss for strike 3. So the inning is over. 2 runners are stranded. 2 runs score. And now the Cubs take a 3-run lead into the bottom of the 5th inning. Nola stepping onto the mound. To lead off the 5th inning is the pitcher Ryan Helsley. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Nola gets the strikeout on a changeup. Number 6 on the day for him. And now Edman the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count. Here is the pitch, and Edman grounds it to second. Horner has it. He throws to first for out number 2. Nola now facing Goldschmidt with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Nola delivers. Goldschmidt swings and misses for strike 3. The Cardinals go down in order. We go now to the top of the 6th of a 6-3 ball game. Isaac Paradas leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 6th inning. He is 0 for 1 with a walk today. Helsley working with a full count. Here is the payoff pitch to Paradas, and that is strike 3 at the knees. That is out number 1. Changeup froze him right there, and now Horner the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Horner facing Helsley with a 2-1 count. Horner grounds it over to first. Goldschmidt picking it up, stepping on the base. That is out number 2. Correa now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Correa facing Helsley with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and there's a pop-up on the infield. Goldschmidt heading toward the outfield grass, making the play with 1 foot in the grass to end the inning. So we go now to the bottom of the 6th. It is still a 3-run Cub lead. As we move right along, we come to the bottom of the 6th inning. Dylan Carlson leading off for the Cardinals. Here in the bottom of the 6th with the Cubs hanging on to a 3-run lead. Nola working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch to Carlson. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball, just scorched it right by him. Nola now up to 8 strikeouts on the game. Facing Matt Carpenter in this next at-bat. With 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Matt Carpenter. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's number 9 for Nola. Another low fastball. And that will bring up DJ LeMahieu. With 2 outs and nobody on. LeMahieu facing Nola in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 is the count. Nola delivers, and a liner down the right field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit, go all the way down to the corner. LeMahieu rounding first, heading for second. The throw goes to second, and LeMahieu is safe with a 2-out double here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the Cardinals, with a runner in scoring position, send Harrison Bader up to the plate. 2 outs, 1 man on. Nola working with a 1-2 count. Here it comes, and a pop-up, short left field. Santana coming in. He calls off Springer and makes the catch to end the inning. The Cardinals strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the top of the 7th of a 6-3 ball game. Anthony Rizzo leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 7th inning. The Cubs are going to be warming up a reliever. In this case, who is due up first in the next? It's Kinzer. So we're going to go ahead and warm up Liam Hendricks for the 7th inning of this ball game. Kinzer facing Helsley here in the top of the 7th inning. Cubs up by 3. Excuse me. Kinzer doing the catching. Rizzo facing Helsley. Top of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Cubs. Here's a 3-0 pitch to Anthony Rizzo. And Rizzo takes low and in for ball 4. He heads down to first, accepting the base on balls and bringing up Danny Santana. And now Genesis Cabrera is coming out of the Cardinal bullpen. Cabrera has thrown 8 1/3 innings, walked 2, struck out 18 with an ERA of 0. Cabrera facing Santana, who is 0 for 1 today, here in the top of the 7th with a runner on first, nobody out. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and Cabrera throws the pitch. Santana lines it into center field. That is a single for Danny Santana. So the Cubs now have first and second with nobody out, and Bryce Harper is the batter. Harper, 1 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. Harper facing Cabrera with a 1-2 count. Jenison Cabrera with the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball at 98. Harper could not catch up with it. Now Springer the batter, 1 out, 2 men on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to George Springer, and he's going to pop it up to center field. Medium depth, center fielder coming over to make the play, and that is out number 2. The runners are unable to tag up in advance, and now Wilson Ramos the batter with 2 outs, 2 men on. Top of the 7th inning, Cubs up by 3. Here's a 2-2 pitch and a pop-up to center once again. Going back toward the warning track, this time the center fielder, making the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2, they do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 6-3 contest. Aaron Nola is not going to be leading off this half inning, or pitching for the Cubs, I should say. We're going to have a double switch. Hendricks is going to come in to the number 7 spot, and he is going to pitch. And Miguel Amaya will be the new catcher and lead off in the 8th inning. So Liam Hendricks coming into the game. He has thrown 19 innings, walked 4, struck out 24 with an ERA of 1.89. Hendricks is going to face Kinzer to lead off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here is the first pitch from Liam Hendricks. He is looking for the sign and delivers the pitch. There's a pop-up to center. Springer has a line on it. He comes in and puts it away for out number 1. Hendricks now facing DeYoung with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a circle change right down at the shoe tops. And now that is the 2nd out of the inning as Hendricks records his first strikeout. And a pinch hitter is going to come up off of the Cardinals bench. Lane Thomas coming out to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Thomas has 9 hits and 2 RBIs on the season in 32 at-bats. He is facing Hendricks with the Cardinals down by 3, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. 0-2 count. Hendricks delivers the pitch, and a liner into left. On the run is Santana, a diving play, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Excellent defensive effort by Danny Santana in left field. We're going to the top of the 8th. Cubs still up by 3. Miguel Amaya is going to face Brandon Kinsler in the top of the 8th inning. So Brandon Kinsler is forming a battery with Kisner behind the plate. That's not at all confusing. Amaya leading off for the Cubs with a 1-ball count. He is waiting for the first pitch from Kinsler. And there's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throw over to first, and that is out number 1. Paradas now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Isaac Paradas waiting for the pitch. And there's a liner into center field. A sliding catch by the center fielder Harrison Bader robs Paradas of a base hit. And now with 2 outs and nobody on, Nico Horner comes up. He is 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs in today's game. 0-2 is the count. Horner swinging and missing for strike 3. That will end the inning. The Cubs still have a 6-3 lead going into the bottom of the 8th inning. And now we are going to go ahead and warm up Blake Taylor. If we get to Matt Carpenter, Taylor will come in and pitch. So, bottom of the 8th inning, Hendricks working, Amaya doing the catching now, and Edman leading off for the Cardinals. 0-2 count, Liam Hendricks delivers the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. Hendricks now facing Goldschmidt with 1 out, nobody on. Here is the 3-1 count, and that is low and in for ball 4. So the walk is issued to Goldschmidt, and it brings up Dylan Carlson. And Hendricks is facing Carlson here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out, 1 man on. Hendricks working with a 2-strike count. And there's a liner into center field coming in fast as Springer, the diving play, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Another fine defensive play in the Cub outfield for the 2nd out of the inning, and now Carpenter is the batter. And Taylor will be brought in to face Carpenter here in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 outs and 1 man on. Taylor, coming out of the bullpen, he has thrown 18 1/3 innings, walked 7, struck out 21 with a .47 ERA. Taylor facing Carpenter, runner on first, 2 outs. Carpenter is 0 for 3 today. Here's a 1-2 count, and the pitch from Blake Taylor. And here it comes, and a pop-up to center. Should be an easy play for Springer. He judges, gets under it, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Cardinals strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the top of the 9th of a 6-3 ball game. And now, to warm up for the 9th, we're going to go ahead and get Edwin Diaz up. Jordan Hicks now pitching for the Cardinals in the top of the 9th inning. Hicks has thrown 13 1/3 innings, walked 13, struck out 18 with a .675 ERA. Hicks is going to face Correa to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 9th inning. Here is the first pitch to Carlos Correa as Hicks looks for the sign and the delivery. Liner down the right field line. Is that going to drop in? Yes. That is a leadoff single for Carlos Correa. He stops at first after a wide turn, and it brings up Anthony Rizzo. Nobody out, 1 man on. Rizzo facing Hicks with a 1-2 count. And there's a grounder over to second. Shortstop has it. Second baseman has it. Throws to short, relay to first. And a 4-6-3 double play is executed by the Cardinals' infield defense. Danny Santana now the next batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Santana facing Hicks in the top of the 9th inning. Here's an 0-2 count. And Santana swings and misses to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 9th of a 6-3 ball game. And now, LeMahieu is going to be the first batter for the Cardinals, and Edwin Diaz is coming out of the bullpen to try to earn this save. Diaz has thrown 19 innings, walked 4, struck out 34 with an ERA of 1.42. Diaz facing LeMahieu, who is 2 for 3 today here in the bottom of the 9th inning, leading off for the Cardinals. 2-1 is the count. Edwin Diaz looking for the sign. He toes the rubber and delivers the pitch. And there's a drive into center field going back. What's 1 hop to the wall out in straightaway center field. So a leadoff extra base hit for the Cardinals puts a runner on second with nobody out. Diaz now will be working to Dexter Fowler, who's coming in to pinch hit off the Cardinal bench with nobody out, the runner on second here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Diaz working. Here's the first pitch to Fowler. That is a swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. That was not the first pitch, but the third pitch. So that is the first out of the inning as Diaz gets the strikeout, and now Kinsner is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Diaz working with a 2-1 count. And there's a pop-up. Going to be right down the first base line. Coming over is Horner. He calls off Rizzo and makes the catch for out number 2. So now with 2 outs and a runner on second, Paul DeJong comes up as the Cardinals' last hope here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Diaz working, trying to nail down the save here in the 9th inning. Here's a 2-2 count and a pop-up to short center field. Springer has a line on it, and he puts it away to end the game. So the Cubs are victorious in a 6-3 ball game. The Cubs getting 6 runs on 10 hits with no errors. The Cardinals 3 runs on 6 hits with no errors. The Cubs improved to 29-15, while the Cardinals dropped to 25-20. The Cubs retake that 4.5 game lead in the Central Division. The player of today's game is the Cubs' Aaron Nola. He went 6 innings of 5-hit 3-run baseball with 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. Hendricks and Taylor both got holds out of the bullpen, and Edwin Diaz worked a scoreless 9th for his 12th save of the season. Nola improves to 5-1 with his record, and Dakota Hudson suffers his first loss of the season. He drops to 3-1. He went 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 6-run baseball, 5 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And just as an honorable mention, George Springer for the Cubs managed to go 3 for 4 and drive in a run today also. So, that is the end of today's ball game. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.